So, what's good? It's Woog. I haven't done this. I was just thinking to do a track-by-track comparison between Only Built for Cuban Linx and Ironman. That's Raekwon's debut solo album, and then Ironman is Ghostface's debut solo album. Raekwon's came out like in 95. Ghostface came out in 96. Raekwon was the third solo Wu-Tang release after 36 Chambers. The GZA before 36 Chambers had an early album called Words from the Genius. But yeah, since the Wu-Tang thing took off with that Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers album, Method Man was the first solo release. Remember, Bring the Pain, You're All That I Need, I'll Be There For You with Mary J. Blige. So his solo debut, it was in 94, it was called Tikal, followed by Old Dirty Bastard, who dropped like in the beginning of 95, is when ODB came out with Return to the 36 Chambers, the dirty version. And then in the summer of 95, Raekwon delivers Only Built for Cuban Linx, which is heralded as probably the greatest Wu-Tang solo album ever. You have a camp of people who think that Liquid Swords is number one. You've got people who think that maybe Supreme Clientele, Ghostface's second album, is the number one. But the consensus, when you look at the most like greatest rap album of all time lists, Only Built for Cuban Linx is usually the highest ranking Wu solo album. And it's just over time grown this mystique, you know, the purple tape, you know, all this different mythology among rap fans that come along with Only Built for Cuban Linx. Symbolically, influential wise in terms of how people were spitting before that album and after that album. Look at it in the context of the other relevant albums coming out at that time from New York artists, similar artists, Notorious B.I.G., Nas Illmatic. But the Wu was just, at this point, really taking off and on a roll. And then that carried through the Only Built for Cuban Linx release, again, in summer of 95, into the GZA, who dropped at the end of 95, Liquid Swords. Again, that's probably another top 2 solo Wu release. And then mid to late 96, Ghostface drops the next Wu solo, Ironman. So we're looking at Only Built for Cuban Linx versus Ironman. Now, I know Only Built for Cuban Linx to have 18 tracks, including the North Star. That's the closer on like the CD. Their original version of the track listing has like 17 songs, so it's minus the North Star. Wikipedia, for instance, lists it with the North Star kind of being a CD bonus track. But this is 17 songs, so we'll take out the North Star, or we can replace it with a late skit. We'll figure that out when we get to it. But it's taken on Ironman, 17 songs. Again, some of those are skits, but we'll just work our way through it, and we could do it line by line. So yeah, let's just cut out the North Star, even though that was a hell of a closer. So maybe if it's a tie or something, then the North Star, being that gem at the end of the Only Built for Cuban Linx album, could break the tie. So we're looking at Striving for Perfection, that's the intro, versus Iron Maiden.